Now from downtown Cleveland and Progressive Field, we've got baseball on the show. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. About to get started here. And today's starting pitcher, Shane Bieber. What's the word on him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Ready to go now. Now it's the DH, Ben Rice.
Designated hitter, Ben Rice.
And that's through there for a strike. And we're underway here this afternoon. On the ground, right side. He steps on the bag, and an easy out to start the game. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. Collectively, they're swinging the bats really well right now, Chris, scoring a lot of runs.
Indeed, it seems to be contagious right now. Top to bottom of this lineup, they just seem to be feeding off of one another. One thing I watched in their batting practice is, although they've been scoring a lot of runs lately, they're still paying attention to the details. A lot of balls back up the middle the other way, and that's really the building block for great offensive production.
Aaron Judge in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Bieber, he's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys. Next pitch is downstairs.
Yeah, he throws strikes, and he's got the command, be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher, Boog, and throwing the pitch.
One out, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike. It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping players off the base paths with the way the swings and the launch angles are today, the emphasis of hitting home runs is so huge. It's never been more important.
Third, center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Bellinger up to hit. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Yeah, I think the other part, though, as well, is it goes both ways, because I think that pitchers at times are more than willing to give up walks because they'll come back and strike the next guy out. Judge at first, one gone. And a swing and a miss. That's the second out.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it, and not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
They take the force out. That ends the frame. One left for the Yankees, and now the Guardians will see what their bats can do in a scoreless ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here in Cleveland, and on the hill in this one, Carlos Carrasco.
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
Bottom of the first. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Yeah, the first offering a fastball for a strike. And there's a ball. That's to third, and it's through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Now the number 2 hitter, Will Brennan.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second.
Not a fast runner on the base path, so this kind of looks like it was a hit and run called from the dugout. Got to make contact some way or somehow because that guy's not going to be able to steal second base and be safe.
A little out front there as he swings through it. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And the 0-2 stays alive. One down, base is empty. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. That one missed. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Off the plate, and it's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
In the air, left field, down the line. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double. Now it's Jose Ramirez. Hammer, base hit. Coming home. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. First pitch swinging.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Ramirez leads off first with 1 away. Just missed.
Oh, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Outside. Now 2 balls and a strike. And a swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it, or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Kyle Manzardo stands in now and watches strike 1. 1 run across in the frame so far here in game 1 of this 3-game set. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
One and 2 here, and that one missing low. Runner on the move. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Around second is Ramirez. Coming home. He will score. Bellinger returns into the infield, and they put up the stop sign at second.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Bo Naylor at the plate now. There's a strike. And Naylor swings through that one. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. But it's offline. It's 3-zip.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Here comes Lane Thomas. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Next offering is downstairs. And down on strikes. That's the third out. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. Second inning coming up from Progressive Field. Guardians 3 and the Yankees nothing. And we're back. Top of the second. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Bieber back to work.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. And that one is lifted in the air. Quan settles underneath it. One down.
Batting 6, shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
So up next, Anthony Volpe.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And a strike. Foul ball. The other way, and foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And the righty deals. Swinging a foul straight back. That's down and in. And a 1-2. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And that is that. So the Yanks go in order. They trail it here 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second, digging in, Brian Rocchio. And that one is in for a strike. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here's the second baseman, Daniel Schneemann. And that one hammered. That's back. And he makes the catch on the track. Just missed a homer that time.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
There's a swing and a drive. That one's carrying. Out of here. And they add to the lead. It's 4-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Brennan stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 2 out, space is empty. And there's a ball.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Just off the outside edge, and now 3-0. Jose Ramirez next to bat for Cleveland. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across. Bottom half of inning number 2. Ground ball up the middle, and that one finds its way through. So Jose Ramirez now gets a chance with 2 gone. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Ramirez in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. That one's in there, and the count is 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
And he grounds one to the right side. Tosses to first, and Ramirez is set down. That's out number 3. Guardians tack on another with this home run. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Top half of the 3rd inning, and stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Just missed. Dominguez getting to start in left, 22 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Lifted in the air, right center field. Thomas sizes this one up. Puts it away for the out.
Batting right, 3rd baseman.
And here is Oswaldo Cabrera. And that drops in for a strike.
Oh-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
And that's in the dirt. And the count is even, 2-2. This to third. That's it out.
Now batting, designated hitter Ben
So
Rice.
now here's the DH, Ben Rice. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. That one's in there. That's strike one. And he hits a ground ball right side. A dive, he's got it. And that's a great play for the out.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle, diving stop, completes the play, and that ends the inning.
Back here at the ballpark,
Leadoff
coming
for the
off a
Guardians.
tough
First
series
baseman,
offensively, and to look at those numbers.
Santana.
Line drive, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Up next for the Guardians.
Kyle
Designated
Manzardo
hitter,
digs in now.
Kyle Manzardo.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball one.
You know, these Guardians doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've plated 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now.
Towards first. Nice stop. To his knee, the throw. Nicely done for the out.
Well, he looks so comfortable making that play, dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
And up next for Cleveland, Bo Naylor. Pitch misses there, and that is ball one. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Santana, the runner at second with one away. The 1-1 is fouled off. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do
center
against a
fielder,
hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Here's Lane Thomas. Struck out swinging his first time. Right through there for a strike. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Next one misses, and the count even 1-1.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
Swing and a miss, and the count 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. No throw, and they don't get the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Brian.
So 2 outs with
Rocchio.
runners on the corners. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Brian Rocchio. And that one fouled off. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Way out front for strike 2.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it, it's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Guardians strand a couple, but they lead it 4-0. Back now at Progressive Field. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
The wind of the pitch. That one's upstairs, ball one. You and I got a chance to broadcast the 2019 All-Star Game, and the city of Cleveland did such a great job. I felt like wherever you turned, there was some type of ad for the All-Star Game, a face of one of the players playing in the game. I thought the city overall supported the event really well. Outside low, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, and I think the players backed it up from the home run derby and the show that was put on between Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Pete Alonso, and others. It was off the charts. And then the game is always special. When you see the best in baseball, you remember how special this game is. And to be here at the...
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And foul as it bangs off the fence. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
One down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one. He swings and crushes one. Deep on its way. Way back there. Gone. It's a belly bomb. A monster shot to right. His second of the year, and they cut into the deficit. It's 4-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth.
So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation in the ball, get out of the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
Here is Goldschmidt. He's 0 for 1. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, certainly doing his very best out there on the mound to bring that win streak to a halt.
One down, base is empty. Fastball right back to the mound in plenty of time to first, and they get Goldschmidt for the out.
Up next for the Yankees, second baseman Jazz
So
Chisholm
2 down
Jr.
now, and here is Jazz Chisholm Jr. Fly to left his first time. That one misses in the dirt. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Pop foul out of play off to the right. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer. It's now a 4-1 ball game. Back here in Cleveland, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Daniel Schneemann. Fastball for a strike.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Hard hit to third. Over to Goldie. And a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, left fielder, Steven.
So the lineup flips over. Now the left fielder, Steven Kwan. He's already homered here in this one. That one pushed foul. All right, Singy, trivia time. Back when this ballpark opened, 1994, one future Hall of Famer hit the first triple in the park, and another hit the first homer by a Cleveland player. Think you know who they were?
Okay, I know that Ken Griffey Jr. hit the first triple here, but first homer for Cleveland.
Right,
give me a hint.
Switch hitter. That's all you're getting.
Oh, dude. Eddie Murray, no doubt.
Bam. Brennan up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at one down low. And that is out of play. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-1. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. In the dirt, and a full count now.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Ground ball to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they go quietly there. On to the top of the 5th we go. Guardians 4 and the Yankees 1. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Bieber back to work. Fastball is outside.
You know, these Yankees, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Now this is in the air down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Oh, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Yeah, that's fouled off. The Guardians leading by 3, and we're at the top of the 5th. Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. He sends it out of here, and they cut into the lead. It's 4-2.
This game just got a little more interesting with that home run. He dropped the barrel right there. Got a fastball down at the knees where he'd prefer it. So many times now guys are having to adjust to the elevated fastball. So I'm sure his eyes got big when he saw that one coming.
1 down. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. And that's in there for a strike. A little slider that finds the mark. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, 3rd baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera.
And up next for New York, Oswaldo Cabrera. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3. It's a double play. And that'll do it for the inning. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now 4-2. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Bottom of the inning, stepping up for the Guardians, Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
You know, these Guardians doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. Despite having 9 hits in the game, the numbers don't exactly jump off the page in terms of exit velocity. Nearly half have been traveling less than 90 miles per hour off the bat, but they're finding a way to get it done.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. So in now for Cleveland, Carlos Santana. 1 for 2.
Carlos Santana.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Kyle Manzardo, the next to hit. 1 for 2 with an RBI double back in the first.
Manzardo.
And there's a foul ball. The 0-1. Fastball is outside. That's too low. And that's ball 2. Santana stands at first with 1 out. That misses the zone. Ball 3.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
First and second, 1 out. And next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor. That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Fastball for a strike. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle of the base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's 5-2.
Well done. Drives in the run. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
2 on. And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming.
Now pitching for the
Out of
New
the
York
bullpen
Yankees.
for the Yankees, Fernando
Number
Cruz.
63.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking
Fernando
for quality
Cruz.
pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Splits the plate, and it's 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Cruz, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Here's Brian Rocchio. Check swing called strike. Strike one.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Inside corner at the knees. That's a strike. Good fastball. The shortstop takes the ball. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. And a swing and a miss. Good job at damage control right there. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. 5 innings complete. It's the Guardians 5 and the Yankees 2. Here in Cleveland, and now the DH, Ben Rice. Rice goes 6'1", 26 years old, and he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. Ball one there.
Some people say that first basemen kind of have the day off regularly because they don't run around a whole lot. But when you think about it, they are involved in just about every single play, and there's a lot of stress that gets put on their legs. So a well-deserved day at the DH spot for him.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. Swing and a miss. Way inside. On the ground right side. Throw on to Santana. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Judge, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
And Judge spoils that one. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Foul ball, still 0-2. And a base hit right there.
Now batting, center fielder Cody Bellinger.
Here comes Cody Bellinger. He's already homered in this game. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Man at first, 1 away. And now the count is even. Cleveland has some action going in their pen. Tim Herron up and loosening in the pen. Smith getting loose as well. In the dirt, but kept close. Is absolutely belted. That's back there. Tattooed to Tater Town and gone. Another homer. his second home run of the game, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 5-4. Singy, that's his 199th career home run.
Well, 200 homers is an exciting number for anyone to get to. He's got to be looking forward to that next one a lot.
Chris, that ball came out hot. So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111 miles per hour off the bat, and a really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. That's it for Shane Bieber, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Pitching
and we've got ourselves a pitching change. Hunter
Number
Gaddis.
33.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
1 out, base is empty. Goldie steps into the box. 0 for 2 in this one. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1.
Pretty smart not to serve something up for him right there. He's really good at hitting the first pitch.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. Next offering is in for a strike. And misses inside. And a big swing and a miss. Swings through it for the K. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Swing and a miss.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Everything came together for him. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Strike 1.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But
runner takes off, pitch outside. Safe at second, and that was not close. Chisholm on at second with 2 down. That's out to center field. Thomas. And that'll do it. Yankees get a homer to cut the lead. It's down to 1 at 5-4. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now here is Daniel Schneemann.
Daniel Schneemann.
Bunting for a hit, and it goes just foul. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone. In the air, left field, Dominguez should have this one. Makes the catch, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Steven Kwan.
Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Steven Kwan. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
And that one hit to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Will Brennan.
2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit, Will Brennan. Just missed. Two down, nobody on. Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Bellinger makes the grab. That is the inning.
Pitching
Welcome
for the
back. We're in the
Guardians.
7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound.
Number
Tim
29.
Herron.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Austin Wells.
Now here is Austin Wells. And fouled off. Next pitch is outside. That one missed. Looking to get the tying run on base. Jason Dominguez in the on deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. And there's one down.
Now batting, left fielder.
Here's the
Jason
left fielder,
Dominguez.
Jason Dominguez. Swings through that.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2. That one just misses. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. But no chance to get him, and he'll take first on the strikeout.
Up next.
Well, you don't see it very often, but every once in a while, the guy strikes out and still somehow ends up safe on first. And when it happens, you kind of scratch your head, but I guess sometimes a pitch is so nasty it makes everyone miss. Now they're going to have to get more than 3 outs in this inning.
And now Oswaldo Cabrera just missed. There goes the runner. Strike in there. Throw there. Safe. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Check on the runner, and he's back in on a dive. Dominguez leads off second with one gone in the inning. Line drive, that's a base hit. Coming home. Here comes the throw, but it's offline. He will score.
Always feels amazing getting the job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Now a chance for Ben Rice in the dirt. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
With two strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And the next pitch is way outside. One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. And that one gets past the catcher. Wild pitch, and into second moves the go-ahead run.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
Man at second. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
So the go-ahead run is into scoring position. Here comes Aaron Judge. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning. There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. He powers that one out of here. Home run number 15 on the year. It's 8-5. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Tim Herron done for the afternoon. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching
Paul
for the
Sewald takes over on the mound.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
One down, and here is Cody Bellinger. 1 home run shy of 200 for his career. Swing and a pop-up. Schneemann snags it for the 2nd out.
Now batting, first baseman Paul Goldschmidt.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
On the ground. And that's just foul. That misses the zone. Going to count 1 and 2. And they'll do it again. That one missing inside.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now 8-5. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches down an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. In time. And a drop third strike leads to the first out.
Boog, as a hitter, that's one of those pitches that makes you say, what was that? Dirty downward action at the very last second, and you just have no chance. Only way to combat that is to maybe see it up in the zone before committing. But again, it's definitely way easier up here than it is down there.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Carlos Santana. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Yankees up by 3. Comes up empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Well, that'll boost the swing and miss rate, Singh. He blew him away on 3 pitches. He didn't have a chance.
Yeah, Boog, a dominant strikeout for sure. And he just looked overmatched at the plate. You know, as a hitter, when you swing and miss 3 times in a row, you feel like you've got a hole in your bat. You definitely start to question yourself.
Next is the designated hitter, Kyle Manzardo. Pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And a swing and a miss there.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
And that is downstairs. Ball 1. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Guardians,
Bo Naylor
catcher,
digs in for the Guardians.
Bo Naylor.
And that misses. And it's 1-0. That's a little bit low. Manzardo off of first with 2 away. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. And a foul ball. Two outs. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And that's down and away.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Lane Thomas waiting in the on-deck circle.
If they can get him up, he'd represent the tying run, so critical pitch right here.
And it looks like trouble. Coming home. He'll score easily.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. Nice line drive to pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Here's Lane Thomas now, 1 for 3. And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. On the mound now, Mark Leiter Jr.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
And that one clips the corner. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Dominguez brings it in, and that's the third out. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now 8-6.
Now pitching
Welcome
for the
back,
Guardians.
and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth.
Number
Trevor
37.
Steffen. This is his 5th appearance of the year.
Steffen.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. getting ready to hit.
Second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Oh, 0-2 now as he swings through it. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Out to center. Thomas settles underneath it and makes the grab. And there's one away.
Now batting, shortstop.
Now it's the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Popped up. Schneemann. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, catcher,
Austin Wells
Austin Wells
stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's back there. Out of here. A soaring shot to center. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they add on. It's 9-6. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
So 2 down. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. That missed by a lot. 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike one. Two down, bases empty, but one run across, and we're in the top of the eighth. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
He was all over that one. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield, and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's down. One hops off the wall. The run scores all the way from first, and they're up by 4.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Trevor Stephan gives way, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching.
So Cleveland brings on a new reliever, Cade Smith. He's been so good against lefties.
Cade Smith.
Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss. That's strike one. That one fouled off. Cabrera at second with 2 down. That misses. Now 1 and 2. And there's a ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. They limit the damage here. So 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and 1 left on. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Yankees 10 and the Guardians 6. Back now at Progressive Field. Bottom of the 8th at the plate. Brian Rocchio. That's outside. Ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. Here's a 1-1. Foul ball there. One, 2 now. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. On to first. In time to get him. 1 away in the strikeout.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate, and people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Schneemann in the box now. No balls and a strike. And takes low for ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Now batting.
So digging in, Stephen Kwan. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Check swing, tried to hold up. Now it appeal to third, and he went around, according to Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to the...
Oh, that ball drilled back up the box and nailed the pitcher. Safe at first, and now we'll check on the right-hander. Hope he's all right.
Batting, right fielder.
And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
And up next for Cleveland, Will Brennan. Pitch is in there. Strike one. Just missed. The Yanks leading by 4 here the bottom half of the 8th inning. In the air, center field. Bellinger in position. And he makes the catch. And that'll do it. Guardians lead 1 as the lead holds at 10-6. We go to the 9th, and stepping in for the Yankees, Aaron Judge. Smith in his 2nd season, 25 years old, and he was born in Canada. Late with the swing there. Movement in the pen for the Guardians. Ben Lively up and throwing. Junis also getting ready. Yoan. And Judge spoils that one. And ball 1 to Judge. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Now batting, the 7th fielder.
And here comes Bellinger. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
And first offering is fouled off. Bellinger with just 1 more homer to reach the 200 career mark. And strike 2.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
Outside low, and it's 1-2. One down, base is empty. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And that's in the dirt. The up the middle, and that chance handled. Now a jump throw. It's there, and that's a great play.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. And the first offering is not close. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top of the ninth. That misses. And a count now 2-0.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
There's a swing and a miss. Now a fly ball to right center. Thomas sizing this one up. Corrals it. And that is that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Yankees 10 and the Guardians 6.
Now pitching for
Back
New York.
now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Luke Weaver.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
3-4-5 due up for the home team. Here's Jose Ramirez. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. 0-1. And that drops in for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. He's 2 outs away. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Carlos Santana. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Base is empty, 1 away. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. And that one fouled off. On the ground to Jazz. Jazz tosses to first, and the Guardians with 1 out left.
Up next for the Guardians, designated hitter Kyle.
Now it's going to be Kyle Manzardo. And a big swing and a miss.
He's been great in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
That one a little bit high, and it's 1-1. The Guardians down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game.
The number 7 is such a cool and sort of lucky number. Well, this team has been playing really well, but to win 7 games in a row, there's been some luck and there's been some really good play. I think you get to this point, you start to look at, can we double that? Make it double digits, make it 2 touchdowns, make it 14.
Final score here today, 10-6. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.